Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking the source material you sent us and really digging into a recent, pretty intense clash on the football pitch.
That's right. We're embarking on a deep dive into that FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifier match between two, South American giants, Chile and Argentina.
Yeah, and our guide for this is an article detailing the highlights, the key moments, the tactics, everything that went down.
Exactly. And our mission really is to unpack the most important bits from this rivalry clash. Help you get quickly informed about what happened, focusing on maybe the surprises and the turning points.
Think of it as your shortcut. And since you're likely joining us visually today, maybe on YouTube, get comfortable.
Yeah, settle in. We're planning to walk through the whole match, covering, the winning goal, those crucial saves, how the tactics shifted around.
The substitutions, too. And yeah, we definitely have to talk about Messi coming on, right?
Oh, absolutely. And what the result means for both teams and, the whole qualification race picture.
Definitely. And hey, as we're going through all this, we really want to hear your thoughts. What stood out to you? Which players caught your eye? What's the impact of this result?
Yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd love to see what you think as we start breaking this down.
Okay, so let's set the scene a bit. The source material tells us this was a big one, 15th round of the CONMEBOL qualifiers for 2026.
Correct. And it took place at the Estadio Nacional Julio Martínez Perdona's in Santiago, Chile, a historic venue.
And the stakes? Well, CONMEBOL qualifiers are always massive, aren't they? Teams fighting hard for those World Cup spots.
Incredibly high. Though Chile and Argentina were coming into this from, let's say, very different starting points in the table.
Right. And there's history here, too, isn't there? This Chile-Argentina fixture, it's always fiery.
Oh, absolutely. It's a fierce rivalry. Argentina might have the historical edge overall, but the intensity never drops. The source actually mentions something quite dramatic from way back in 1942.
Oh, really? 1942? What happened?
Well, according to the source, Chile actually walked off the pitch. They withdrew from the match against Argentina.
No way. Why?
They accused the officials of biased refereeing. Ended up with CONMEBOL awarding the points to Argentina. Just, highlights how deep this rivalry runs. Decades of tension.
Wow. Okay. That really puts into perspective that these games are more than just football sometimes. So, fast forward to this match. The standings before kickoff told a story.
Yeah, pretty clear one. Argentina were sitting comfortably at the top, 31 points from 14 games, looking very strong.
And Chile?
Chile were, struggling near the bottom. Just 10 points from their 14 matches. So you can imagine the pressure.
Yeah, for Chile, a win felt almost like a must-win to keep those World Cup hopes alive, didn't it?
Pretty much essential, yeah. While Argentina were looking to just, cement that top spot, take another step towards qualification.
Gotcha. So massive pressure on the home side. Now, the source had the starting lineups, but the big news before kickoff, the thing everyone was talking about,
was Messi, of course. Lionel Messi was not in Argentina's starting lineup.
Which was a surprise, right? Because the source mentioned he was expected back after, a 7-month absence?
Yeah, a long time. Last game, apparently back in November 2024, due to a muscle injury.
So why wasn't he starting this huge qualifier?
Well, the thinking from Coach Scaloni, based on the reporting, seemed to be about easing him back in carefully. Give the captain some important minutes, but maybe later in the game, not right from the whistle in that intense atmosphere.
Makes sense. So how did Argentina line up without him initially?
They went with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Nico Paz took that number 10 role, playing just behind Julián Álvarez, who was the main striker.
In Chile's setup.
Chile opted for a 4-3-3. The source described it as like a counterattacking setup for them, looking to hit Argentina quickly. Alexis Sanchez was key, positioned out on that right flank.
Okay, so the game kicks off, and the source says it was a typical South American battle early on. What does that actually look like?
Probably quite frantic end-to-end stuff initially. Lots of energy, maybe a bit scrappy, physical challenges, neither side really settling down or dominating right away. A little separating them.
And Chile tried to impose themselves early with their pressing.
They did, yeah. They pushed high, trying to disrupt Argentina building from the back. And it nearly worked. Led to the first real chance. Sanchez got a shot off, forced Martinez into an early save. Kind of a warning sign for Argentina.
But Argentina weathered that initial storm and started to get a grip on the game.
Yeah, as the half went on, they began to control possession more. Started passing it around patiently, midfield, defense, basically trying to draw Chile out.
Okay, so this fits with Scaloni's typical strategy, right? Control the ball, lure the opponent forward.
Exactly. And then, bang, hit them on the counterattack when space opens up. It's not just keeping the ball for fun. It's possession with a purpose.
And that purpose paid off pretty quickly here, didn't it? The opening goal.
It did, yeah. 16th minute. Classic Scaloni counter.
The source describes Thiago Almeida carrying the ball forward, really driving at the defense.
Right.
Even with, like, 4 Chilean players trying to close him down, he somehow threaded this perfect through ball to Julián Álvarez. Split the defense open.
And Álvarez, cool finish.
Very cool. The source says he just lobbed it over the keeper, Cortez, who's coming out. Hit the woodwork on the way in, apparently, adding a bit of drama. But, yeah, 1-0 Argentina.
Ouch. Must have been tough for Chile after starting brightly.
Yeah.
How did the game flow after that goal?
While Argentina visibly relaxed, played with more confidence, newly found life, as the source put it, Chile, meanwhile, had to chase the game, try and find a way back before halftime.
Any other key moments in that first half? Missed chances, cards?
Yeah, a couple. Simeone missed a chance for Argentina around the 34th minute. And then a big one for Chile, Arturo Vidal picked up a yellow card, 38th minute, for a push on DePaul.
And that Vidal yellow card had bigger consequences, didn't it? Huge. The source specifically points out that booking means he's suspended for Chile's next qualifier against Bolivia. Losing a player like Vidal is a massive blow for them.
Definitely. Anything else before the break?
Just before halftime, yeah. Cortez, the Chile keeper, had to make another save. This time from Almeida, who'd set up the goal, stopped Argentina going 2-0 up right before the whistle.
So, halftime arrives. Chile 0, Argentina 1. Argentina kind of executed their plan, got the goal, looked pretty comfortable at the top of the group by then.
Pretty much, yeah. Chile tested them, chased a bit, but Alvarez's goal was the difference. Argentina in control.
Okay, second half. Chile obviously needed to change things up. Any adjustments at the break?
Yep. 2 changes for Chile. Hormozabal and Altamirano came on, replacing Pizarro, and the now suspended for next game Vidal. Clearly trying to shake things up, maybe get more attacking threat.
Did it change the flow? Did Chile come out stronger?
They definitely came out more aggressively, pushing higher, trying those overloads the source mentions, basically trying to create 2v1s or 3v2s in attacking areas to break Argentina down.
Right, trying to find a way through that Argentine defense. Did it work?
Well, they certainly put more pressure on, but the source suggests Argentina's defense held pretty firm, stayed organized, disciplined, didn't give away too many clear chances from open play.
And while all this was happening on the pitch, a lot of eyes were probably on the sidelines, weren't they?
Oh, absolutely. The Messi watch was in full swing. The source says he started warming up around the 49th minute, and you could hear the cheer from the crowd. Everyone was just waiting.
While they were waiting, any more key saves or bookings?
Yeah, Martinez was busy again for Argentina, made saves from Altamirano, one of the subs, and also stopped a Cepeda free kick. Card-wise, Cepeda got a yellow for Chile, and Tagliafico got one for Argentina for a foul.
So Chile are trying things, set pieces too, but Martinez is standing tall.
That's the picture, yeah. Chile kept probing. Cepeda had a volley go wide. Later on, they kept looking for openings, especially from those set pieces.
But then came the moment everyone was waiting for, just before the hour mark.
Yep. 57th minute, Messi comes on.
What was the scene like, according to the source?
Huge cheers, as you'd expect. He replaced Nico Paz, who'd started in that number 10 spot. Messi came on, immediately took the captain's armband, back in charge on the pitch.
So back as captain straight away, did he have much impact in the, 30-odd minutes he played?
The source suggests he definitely made his presence felt. Took a free kick that Cortez had to save, delivered a corner, but the highlight was probably that pass he played for Simeone near the end.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
Described as a gorgeous through ball. Just classic Messi vision, threading it through the defense, created a huge chance. Unfortunately, Simeone couldn't finish it. But even so, the source uses the phrase Messi dazzles, showing he still had those moments of magic, even just coming back.
Yeah, glimpses of brilliance even in a short appearance. Okay, so heading into the final minutes, game still tight at 1-0. Any late tactical shifts?
Yes. Scaloni reacted to protect the lead, made a bunch of late subs. Median, Correa, Mastantuono, Foyth came on.
And tactically, how did Argentina change?
Big change noted in the 89th minute. They switched from a 4-man defense to a 5-back. Pretty clear signal, shut up shop, add extra defenders, see the game out.
Parking the bus, basically. Any final dramas? Any late scares for Argentina?
One massive scare.
Yeah.
Deep into added time, 90 plus 1 minute. Chile won a free kick, and Martinez pulled off what the source calls a brilliant save. Denied Chile an equalizer right at the death. Absolutely crucial.
Wow. He really earned his keep in this one. And did Chile pick up another costly yellow card?
They did, unfortunately for them. Maripán got booked in the 87th minute. And yeah, the source confirms, just like Vidal, he'll miss their next qualifier too. Another key player out.
Oof, that's tough. And that was pretty much it.
That was it. Full-time whistle blew shortly after.
Final score, Chile 0, Argentina 1.
Correct. Julián Álvarez's goal back in the first half was enough.
So let's wrap up the implications. For Argentina,
Job done. Win secured, top spot in the CONMEBOL standings solidified. They're looking very good for qualification.
and for Chile,
It's looking bleak, according to the source. This loss really hurts their chances, leaves them potentially out of the running. And losing Vidal and Maripán for the next game just makes it even harder.
Álvarez himself spoke after the game.
Yeah, the source quotes him. Said it's the same path for Argentina towards the World Cup. But he did give credit to Chile, said they were much better in the second half. But Argentina got the goal when it mattered.
So a good result for Argentina solidifies their lead. A really tough night for Chile, World Cup hopes fading. And Messi back on the pitch, showing some flashes.
Definitely adds another layer to the story, doesn't it? And this result, it really shakes things up in that CONMEBOL table. Argentina looks secure, but below them, it's always such a tight battle for those remaining spots.
It's always fascinating to watch. Okay, here's something for you listening to maybe chew on. We saw Álvarez get the vital goal, and Messi return with that dazzle. How important is that combination? Álvarez's finishing and Messi's creativity, even if not for 90 minutes for Argentina moving forward.
And flip side, Chile. Potentially out of the race, missing two key players next time. What can they possibly do now? Where do they find the spark, the tactics, the belief to somehow keep those World Cup dreams alive? It looks like a really steep climb for them.
Yeah, some big questions for both teams there. And like we said, we want your take. What did you think? Deciding factors, standout player. Let us know in the comments below. We really do read them.
And if you found this deep dive useful, maybe give the video a like. It helps others find it too.
Absolutely. And make sure you subscribe to the deep dive. We break down the source material you send us, giving you insights like this regularly.
Yeah, and share it with any football fans you know who like to get the full picture quickly.
Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.
We'll catch you on the next one.